Hey folks, Vivi here. Welcome to my 3rd anniversary celebration for becoming ViviVinya. This year, I've got a lot of stuff planned to show for Rivals of Aether Workshop. In fact, I'm finally fulfilling my promise from years ago where I said I'd be making 4 total GameCube-inspired stages. Hence, VinyaVersary Cubed. Well, it looks like one of the stages has been revealed already, so without further ado, let's take a look at it. Flat Zone returns from Super Smash Bros. Melee as a stage in Rivals Workshop. In Melee, this stage was based on the various Game & Watch titles, much like how Mr. Game & Watch is a representative for the whole of the series. The stage itself takes the form of the Helmet game, being a complete walk-off that's surrounded by the Game & Watch console. However, in this rendition of the stage, you can see fighters through the system, so there's no loss of visibility. The platform layout will constantly change throughout the match. There's a lot of possibilities. Even more when you add in the character from Manhole, who often shows up to add another platform to the mix. A few other things show up on the stage sometimes too, such as the raining tools from Helmet. They're very similar to how they act in Melee, but they fall in a way that's more accurate to their animation in the original LCD game. It's also good to note that, if you're careful, they can be hid away. This feature was in the original stage too, but I don't recall it being pointed out. Additionally, there's the Barrel Man from Oil Panic. He'll walk in from a door on the side, and careful as he may be, he's fated to spill oil all across the ground. This creates a very slick surface, so you can use it to boost your strong attacks with extra momentum, or have wild wave dashes. Also in this version, you can hit him to have him drop his oil early. Poor guy. Of course, if you want to have more competitive-oriented Game & Watch fun, the basic version has you covered. Now the stage takes place on a small brick wall, and the platform layouts will always change in a consistent pattern. The Manhole protagonist stays as well, since his presence isn't too disruptive. The tracklist for the stage, of course, includes the Smash Bros. Classic, as well as some tunes from the Game & Watch Gallery titles. One more little detail I'd like to point out is, if we use Castle Guide's taunt to move the camera in the upper right corner, you can spy an off-screen Easter egg in the same flavor as Melee's version. After all, the game being played here is Rivals. Oh, and since it's relevant here, longtime viewers may recall that I chose to share my anniversary with that of FanPros. I don't have anything big for it today, but as a small celebration, Miss Maribel has been given brand new alt colors, and has a new animation frame for surfing onto her shell, just like she appears in the upcoming FanPro Faniversary Fighters. Additionally, Melody has been working on a new Fancom Discord server, since the older one isn't being actively managed these days. I'd love for those interested in FanPro and Com Project to consider joining this server. Well, I think it's about time we saw the last GameCube tribute stage. Let's go! From Welcome to GameCube World, Huge Texture Dome is here as Castle Guide's proper home stage. You might recognize it from a trailer a few years ago, where it was teased alongside the reveal of Castle Guide. The Huge Texture Dome was the first room present in Peach's castle in the demo, which was made to showcase the GameCube's ability to show very detailed textures. In Rivals Workshop, this stage represents a sort of best-of compilation for the stage gimmicks I've coded in the past. The stage has two separate transforming features, which always cycle through in a set order. The first, and the one always present on the stage regardless of form, are the GameCube platforms, inspired by the projection at the theater room. They cycle through 3 different layouts, inspired by various classic Smash Bros. Stages. The second feature, which only appears in the Aether form, are the statues. These appear to shake up the core gameplay in some form. First appears Peach, who sports her look from an unused sign in the files for the demo. When she appears, the blocks from the Super Mario 128 demo will fall from the sky and can be smacked around as pseudo-projectiles. Second is Mario, who appears as a giant reflective statue in the demo meant to showcase environment mapping. He causes a metal box to appear from his fingertips, which when struck greatly increases the defensive capabilities of your fighter, and causes them to fall much faster too. Finally, there's the Goomba, who is kept in a dark cave beneath the castle, with lights on the ceiling that will demonstrate the console's lighting capabilities. When active, the stage will be shrouded in darkness, with only the light of a swinging lamp to help you see. With this stage released, every room in the demo is referenced in some way. I hope this stage is a great treat for the Welcome to GameCube World fans out there. The music for this stage is split in half between 2 songs from the Welcome to GameCube World soundtrack and 2 songs from GameCube Kiosk demo discs. I actually got requests to include the Kiosk songs on my Nintendo GameCube stage, so I hope their inclusion here is appreciated by the fellow fans of Nintendo Deep Cuts. I suppose this fulfills my promise so long ago about making 4 GameCube stages, eh? Even if it took so long and wasn't exactly what I teased, I hope these stages are fun additions nonetheless. Of course, you could argue one of the stages more accurately originates on the Game & Watch, or that the other stage doesn't come from a released game. So, are they even properly representing the GameCube? Well, that could leave one more stage slot open then. So, for one final time, I'd like you all to take a look at this.